Okay, good afternoon students. So today we are going to talk about reflection of sound. As we all know, all the materials, okay, be it sound or all the energy, okay, be it sound or light, okay, it travels through some medium, and while traveling, what happens? It is either reflected or refracted. Okay, so same is in the case of sound also. As we all know, sound travels in a transverse wave. That means like this. Okay, it travels in a transverse wave. Okay, and it doesn't travel in a straight path as that of light. Okay, it scatters. Okay, it scatters. But the thing is that for a certain application, in a certain application, it must be traveled in a medium, okay, where it can be heard clearly. So let's talk about reflection of sound. So the application of reflection of the sound can be many things. As for example, we have the musical instrument like flutes. Okay, the sound that is produced in the musical instrument, flute or Senai, okay, they all reflect the sound. So sound bounce of a solid or a liquid like the rubber ball bounce of a wall. Like light, sound gets reflected at a surface of a solid or a liquid and follows the same law of reflection as we have studied in the light. That means incident ray, okay, and reflected ray, okay, and normal ray, incident ray, reflected ray, and normal ray. And we have a medium also where it is reflected, okay. So the direction of the sound, the direction in which the sound is incident and is reflected makes equal angles with the normal to the reflecting surface at the point of incidence. Okay, that means it is same as compared to light. Sound is also same as compared to light. It is the incident ray and the reflected ray are angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Okay, it's same. Normal, reflecting, point of incidence, and the three are in the same plane. An obstacle of large size which may be polished or rough is needed for the reflection of sound wave. Okay, that means the incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal ray meets at the same point. Okay, and as we also talked about in light, we talked about the smooth surface and the rough surface for scattering of light. Same thing is applied in the sound also. If we have to deflect it in a more area, okay, either we make it curve, okay, either the what you can say, the auditorium or the hall is made rough, okay, or either it is made smooth depending upon the things, okay, by what you can say, by absorbing material, So for this, let's talk about first of all echoes. What do you mean by echo? Okay, echo is a good example to know about the reflection of sound. Okay, so we will talk about echo. It is the term in which sound which we from the incident ray, from the incident medium. That means when we speak, that means the source, when it is reflected back and which we can hear is called an echo. is called an echo. So there is an example, as for example, if you shout a clap near a suitable reflecting surface, okay, reflecting object such as a tall building or a mountain, we will hear the same sound again in a little late. That means for an echo to produced, we need a barrier. We need a barrier, and barrier can be wall as well as mountains, Okay, walls we can see mostly in the halls or auditorium when there is an empty hall. Okay, and if the distance of that barrier, of that wall is suitable for to produce an echo, we can hear our own voice multiple times. Okay, and mountains also. Okay, when we shout at from a certain distance in the mountains, it will reflect back. Okay, that is called echo. So the sound which we hear is called an echo. So echo, the reflection of a sound when hit on a tall barrier, you can write, is termed or is called an echo. Is called an echo. That means the sound which we hear after a certain period of time. Okay, and the distance is also very much important. So all things must be suitable for echo to hear. As for example, if you want to hear an echo in a small room, it's not possible because it doesn't, this condition will not favor you. Okay, so the sensation of this sound persists in our brain for about 0.1 second. 1 second. Okay, that means less than 1 second it persists, means it will be heard. Okay, less than 1 second. So to hear a distance echo, the time interval between the original sound and the reflected one must be at least 0.1 second. Okay, means this is the time required to hear an echo. Okay, so to hear a distance echo, the time travel between is 0.1 second. So if you take the speed of the sound to be, if you take the speed of sound, that means speed of sound in what? In solid, in liquid, or in gas? Mostly we take in gas. That means A, and the average speed is almost 340 meter per second. So if you take 340 or 344 meter per second, okay, an average speed at a given temperature, that means at a normal temperature, okay, atmospheric temperature of 22 degree centigrade. Okay, so speed of the sound 334 meter. Why we have taken 334 meter? Because we can hear the echo in the medium by which we can hear the echo is air. Okay, and the average speed of the sound in the air is 344 meter per second. The sound must go through the obstacles and reach back to the ear of the listener on reflecting after 0.1 second. That means it must be hit on the barrier, then it should come back to our ears. Okay, hence the total distance covered by the sound from the point of generating to the reflecting surface and back should be at least how much? 344 meter per second into 0.01 second. Okay, 0.01 second, which will be equal to 344.4 meter. 34.4 meter. Okay, so thus by hearing distance echo, the minimum distance of the obstacles from the source of the sound must be 34 meter. That means total distance to hear an echo must be 34.4 meters. That means going from the source, reflecting and back again. Okay, so the distance of the barrier, or the wall must be half of this. That means 17.2 meter. 17.2 meter must be the distance of the wall. Okay, must be the distance of the wall. That means if you are standing on at a certain place, okay, and the distance between you and the wall is 17.2 meter, then you can hear the echo. Okay, but it can, what it is said, it will change. Okay, why it will change? Because due to atmospheric temperature. We have taken 22 degrees, but if the temperature is say 16 degree, then it will be changed. Okay, it will be changed. Also, not only temperature, the speed of the wind also determine an echo. Okay, so the distance will change with the temperature of the air. Echoes may be heard more than once due to successive or multiple reflection. The rolling of the thunder is due to the successive reflection. That means it's not that you can hear only one reflection of the sound, only one echoes. Echoes can be multiple also, depending upon all the barriers. That means if the mountain here, if you are facing towards the mountain and one mountain is there and one mountain is on the right side and one mountain is on the left side, okay, at the similar distance, so you can hear a multiple echo. So this was all about echo. Okay, so here one thing you must know, that a distance, to hear an echo, the distance of the barrier or the obstacles must be 17.2 meter. Okay, at a certain temperature. Now let's talk about reverberations. So what do you mean by reverberations? Okay, reverberations means actually to reduce the echoes. That means to reduce the echo means at certain case, okay, if there is a hall, okay, and wall is there, okay, and the distance of the wall is how much? Say probably 20 meter. The distance of the hall is 20 meter, and if you leave almost 3 meter at the back side and if you speak, then that hall will be echoed. Okay, the sound will be reflected. So to reduce this sound is termed as reverberations. Okay, reverberations, reverberations. So the sound created in a big hall will persist by repeating reflection from wall until it is reduced to a value which is no longer audible. That means reduction of sound. We must reduce the sound in this case. And how we can reduce? How it can be reduced? It can be reduced only by absorption. Now in some cases it is said that how it is possible to absorb the what it can say, to absorb this sound. Yes, it is possible to absorb the sound by few things. As for example, this reverberations is mostly used in pubs, okay, or discos, okay, or party halls, you can say, halls where there is a party going on in a certain place, okay, and the sound should not disturb the neighborhood. So this reverberation method is mostly applied, used. Okay, so the repeated reflection that result in this persistence of sound is called reverberations. In an auditorium or a big hall, excessive reverberation is highly undesirable. To reduce reverberation, the roof and the walls of the auditorium are generally covered. Okay, so the walls and the roof are generally covered with sound absorbent material. Okay, are covered with sound absorbent materials. Okay, sound absorbent materials like compressed fireboards, rough plasters or drapers. Okay, and how it is made? By rough plasters. Rough plasters, why rough plasters? Because we are applying the theory of what you can say, smooth and rough reflection, as we have studied in light. Okay, same things applied in case of sound also. If the surface of the wall is smooth, the reflection is more, but if it is rough, it will absorb the sound. Okay, it will absorb the sound. So rough plaster is mostly preferred, you can say. Okay, the seat materials are also selected on the basis of the sound absorbing properties. Okay, so not only the walls, the seats. Okay, these seats are also made up of such material where sound can be absorbed. Okay, so there is no echo in the movie halls or the auditoriums. Okay, mostly this is used in movie halls or in the auditoriums. So this was all about reverberations. Now let's discuss few calculation based on echo. Calculation based on echo. Okay, so we will take an example from the book itself. Okay, so a person claps. Question number 1. A person claps. Person clapped his hands near a cliff. You know what you mean by cliff? Okay, cliffs are the mountain, what you can say, the height of the mountain. Okay, the person clapped his hand near a cliff. Okay, actually it is not clear. I will write broadly. Person clapped his hands near a cliff and heard the echo after 2 seconds. After 2 seconds. What is the distance of the cliff? What is the distance of the cliff? Okay, so if the speed of the sound is not given, you can either take 334 meter per second or 344 meter per second speed of sound. You can either take 334 meter per second or 336 meter per second. Okay, the value can be changed. So here the solution will be speed of the sound. We know the speed of the sound, which is 346 meter per second. meter per second. So time taken for hearing the echo, time taken, which will be 2 seconds. So distance traveled by the sound, distance is equals to V into T, which will be equal to 346 meter per second into 2 second, which will be equal to 692 meter. Okay, so the distance of the cliff will be 692. 692 means going back and coming back. So we have to divide it again by 2. So in 2 seconds, sound has to travel twice the distance between the cliff and the person. Hence the distance between the cliff and the person is distance between cliff and person will be 392 divided by 2. 692, which will be equal to 346 meter will be the answer.